G'day YouTube, it's Brett here from Overtime Gaming and welcome to Saturday Night Football here in our Madden NFL 25 Owner Mode series with the Seattle Seahawks. We got a huge matchup here in the NFL against the Houston Texans, of course, quarterbacked by Matt Schaub. We've got to go down with our elite defense. We have got a completely elite defense and pick up a win here against the Houston Texans in the Reliance Stadium in Houston, Texas, of course. We've got to take our team down, our fast-paced offense with Marshawn Lynch, Russell Wilson, Percy Harvin and Sidney Rice. Of course, backed up by our elite defense with our cornerback system of Richard Sherman, Browner, Antron Winfield, Culliver and Carl Wilson. Go down with our strong safety Cam Chancellor and our free safety Earl Thomas and just shut down Matt Schaub and his passing team. Hopefully we can push past JJ Watt as well and get some points on the board. As you see, we get the ball here from kickoff as we look at Russell Wilson's figures and stats from the current season. He has not thrown a touchdown pass yet, but has thrown 3 interceptions. So Russell Wilson will love to get on the end of a good start here, as it's Wilson who picks up the first down here with an early rush on the first play of the day. Great play calling there by Pete Carroll, and hopefully that is good signs for things to come from Russell Wilson today. As you see, the offense is still on the field here for the second play of the drive, and good throw over the middle to Percy Harvin, the live wire they traded for from the Minnesota Vikings in the off-season. Percy Harvin, a great fit for this team. He can run with the ball. Of course, when he was at Florida University with the Gators, he was a dual threat running back and wide receiver. So he has heaps of talent and can offer shed loads of potential to this fast-paced Seahawks side. As you see, Russell Wilson turns to the outside and picks up the first down on the rush there. Great rush by Russell Wilson, a 19-yard gain there. He almost picked up a second first down if there was another set of 10 there. Russell Wilson now approaching the red zone. He is calling an audible here. He's changing his team up a bit and he had to get the play off quick there. He just beat it out on the play clock. There was 1 second left and he gets the pass over the middle to Golden Tate, who picks up the first down. Wilson come out strong here. He is now in the red zone. He needs to be deadly from this point and throws it over the top to Marshawn Lynch, who forces it into the end zone, and it's the first touchdown pass of the season thrown by Russell Wilson. He has now thrown a touchdown and 5 interceptions. Is this the sign that Russell Wilson is back onto the right track now? Of course, it wasn't to one of his wide receivers, but to Marshawn Lynch, that is perfectly fine. As you see, Matt Schaub's stats there, he's thrown 4 touchdowns and only 1 interception so far on the year. The Seahawks defense must pose more of a threat in the interceptions department. They've got elite cornerbacks and they really need to show that today. Now, Arian Foster, an elite running back, of course, there in the backfield here. Picked up a yard there on the first down. It is now 2nd and 9 here in the first quarter. Schaub picks up the first down to his tight end there, Posey. And now is coming out throwing here on 2nd and 2 by the looks of it later on in the drive. Although he sets up and hands it off to Arian Foster, who picks up the first down, just forces his way over the first down marker there. Later on in the drive, it's 1st and 10 here. We're approaching the end of the first quarter. Handed off to Foster again, who had just opened up space for himself and picks up 8 yards before being tackled by Sherman. Lot of yards being gained on the ground here by Arian Foster early on in this matchup. It's 2nd and 2 and it's handed off to Foster once again, who cuts it to the outside and picks up the first down once again. 5 rushes and 27 yards gained so far in this one. 2nd and 10 later on the drive. Schaub going to the air here. He throws it over the top. Great catch there and good yards after the catch by Hopkins. And now it's the Texans who are in the red zone, as Schaub looking to be deadly from this accuracy. Poor tackle there by Chancellor and good rush after the catch by Griffin, who picks up 6. Now 2nd and 4 here on the 8-yard line. Schaub can be deadly from this position. and he's looking for his tight end, but throws it to Foster instead, who picks up the first down. It's now 1st and goal on the 3-yard line. Set up to run here. The ball's handed off to Foster, and Chancellor just completely dives past the twisting Arian Foster, and it's 7 all here, with Foster picking up the touchdown there in the 6-yard drive. Now Russell Wilson back on the field. You see there, it's late in the drive. It's 3rd and 14 here. Wilson going over the top to Golden Tate, who can't quite pick up the first down. So it is 4th and 2 here. Will the Seahawks go for their fake punt? They do so. They did this, of course, in the first game of the season and picked up the first down, but today they couldn't, and he is stopped short of the first down marker. So it is a turnover on downs. Now with Matt Sharp in deadly position here on the 30-yard line. Arian Foster cuts it to the middle. Great rush there by Arian Foster, who picks up the first down and is now 8 rushes for 45 yards now. Now Matt Sharp in the red zone here, throws it over the top and almost picks up the first down. It's 3rd and 3 now, as Matt Sharp on his own in the backfield, definitely going to the air here. He has just set it up and finds his tight end over the middle. Great throw by Matt Sharp, the skipper of this side, and Daniels picks up the touchdown, and all of a sudden the Texans are 14-7 up here in the 2nd quarter and are in control of this one. Russell Wilson now faced with 2nd and 10. He's got to get something going. He's got to get some more points on the board and not allow the Houston Texans to run away with this one. Russell Wilson over the top to Golden Tate, who picks up the first down this time. Good play call in there by Russell Wilson, and good decision on who to throw to. He's calling another audible here now, changing the route of his wide receivers. Running out of play clock though, and throws it over to the top. He's going deep, but it's picked off. He was aiming for Sidney Rice. It's picked off by Jackson, and that is where Russell Wilson seriously has to improve. He has been awful so far this season on throwing deep, and has cost himself numerous interceptions, and does so there again. And now with a minute left, the Houston Texans have a chance to go deep here, as Matt Sharp throws it to Daniels, his tight end again, who just picks up the first down. Poor tackling there by the Seattle Seahawks D. Now Sharp on his own in the backfield once again. He has got 40 seconds left to take his team around 35 yards, as his tight end Daniels gets the ball once again here. 35 seconds left now, and the Texans in complete control of the Seattle Seahawks defense. But Sharp now is brought down before the line of scrimmage for a loss of 4. Great defensive pressure there by the Seattle Seahawks. And now with 20 seconds to go, Matt Sharp just calling an audible here. He's trying to go deep to his man there in the end zone. Throws over the top to his tight end Daniels, who picks up the first down. The Texans called a timeout here with 9 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. Matt Sharp trying to lead his team into the end zone to give them a 2-touchdown lead here in this 2nd quarter. Sharp going deep to the end zone, and it's his tight end again who picks it off in the end zone. Another touchdown there by Daniels. Oh no, this one was by Graham, the other tight end. And now the Houston Texans up 21-7, up by 2 touchdowns now. Poor start to this game for the Seattle Seahawks as they go into halftime down by 14. They really need to get back into this one. As you see, the Houston Texans in complete control so far in this game. As we look at the halftime stats, the Houston Texans in control of every stat on the board there, and just been utterly dominant over their opponents, the Seattle Seahawks, today. The Seahawks punt the ball back to the Houston Texans, who are going to get the return on this one to around the 23-yard line there, 24-yard line. So the Texans will love to get another score on the board here and just go into utter dominance in this game. as you see the ball is handed off to Arian Foster, who cuts it to the outside and gains the big first down there and yards after the first down marker. Huge rushing day today by the Houston Texans and Arian Foster. As you see, Foster handed the ball off again, and great blocking upfield by him, and then just the power of Arian Foster gets 9 yards on that one, and has now had 79 yards on the day. In the third quarter here, Sharp throwing it back to Browner, I believe. I didn't really see the name, so that's my bad. But you see the Texans in complete control here as they're 2nd and 6 right now. And Sharp calling an audible now. And he steps back into the pocket, just looking for his men deep, and decides to go it alone and picks up the first down on the quarterback rush. 6-yard gain there by Matt Sharp. Sharp now back in the pocket once again. He's stepping back. He's got so much control in front of him and by his offensive line. Just throws it over the top to Daniels, who picks up the first down again. It's 3rd and 1 now later in the drive. Sharp calling another audible, and he's got heaps of time and throws it over the top to Daniels again. These tight ends have just been running riot over the Seattle Seahawks defense, and it's 28-7 right now, and now the Texans are ahead by 3 touchdowns. Complete dominance today by the Houston Texans here in the Reliance Stadium. Now we're in the fourth quarter. Can Russell Wilson lead his team to a miraculous comeback of 3 touchdowns in this fourth quarter? He goes over the top to Percy Harvin on 3rd down, but Harvin can't hold on the ball, and it's 4th and 5, and the Seahawks have to go for it now. They're down by so much, they have to go for it here on 4th down. As you see, Russell Wilson calling some audibles on the field, changing some hot routes right now as he goes over the top, and this time is picked off again. His 7th interception of the season for Russell Wilson. Awful start to the season here in week 4, I believe, by Russell Wilson, as Arian Foster cuts it to the outside and picks up the first down and more again. He's been utterly dominant today here. 5 minutes left on the clock, and the ball handed off to Foster, who is just cut in half by 2 Seahawks defenders there, but still gains some ground here in 2nd and goal now. Sharp back in the pocket, just finds his man Daniels deep in the end zone again, and it's another touchdown for a tight end here by the Houston Texans. The Texans been so dominant now, and it's 35-7 now. 4 touchdowns ahead of the Houston Texans, and the Seahawks have just been blown apart today and look extremely weak for a team that has Super Bowl potential. Awful play calls so far today by the Seahawks, as Russell Wilson just trying to lead them downfield here with a first down on the rush, just to get some consolation and just some pride points on the board. Wilson calling some audibles now. He goes over the top to Marshawn Lynch for the first down. Lynch gains the first down here on the 45 maybe. You see the difference between the 2 quarterbacks there. Russell Wilson done nothing really for his side today other than throw 2 interceptions. Wilson going over the top to Harper, the rookie, who gains the first down and runs out of bounds now. Now on 3rd down and 2, Wilson got to get his team going here, but he's tackled in the backfield and just gets the ball off. It's an incompletion here, and the Seahawks have to go for it once again here as it's 4th and 2. Russell Wilson just needs to get his team over the first down marker, but an awful throwing decision there by Russell Wilson. It's an incomplete pass, and it's a turnover on downs here at his 2nd and 3 for the Houston Texans. And Arian Foster almost gains the first down, and is 3rd and inches now here as we've gone past the 2-minute warning. Sharp hands it off again to Foster, who just creates so much space for himself, and a huge rush there by Arian Foster. A good 60-yard touchdown run there by Arian Foster. And the Texans have blown apart the Seattle D once again. It's 42-7 now, and a 35-point advantage now for the Houston Texans with 1:45 to go in this one. Now Golden Tate getting the ball kicked back to him here on the kickoff, and a good return will be needed by Golden Tate, who cuts it to the outside and cuts back in and gets it to the 42-yard line. Great return there by Golden Tate, exactly what the Seahawks needed, but it is too late for them here as Russell Wilson cuts to the outside, almost gains the first down on the 8-yard rush there. It's now 3rd and 2 for Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks offense. Wilson cuts it to the outside but throws it the opposite direction in the dangerous pass to Sidney Rice. But it is a complete pass and a first down for the Seattle Seahawks as Sidney Rice catches the ball again and gains 9 yards on the play. Here is 2nd and 1. Wilson to Harper, I believe, or Harvin it was actually, who gains the first down. Wilson stepping back in the pocket once again, looking for men deep and throws it over the middle to Golden Tate, who pushes his way into the end zone. Great play after the catch there by Golden Tate, and the Seahawks finally get some more points on the board as it's 42-14 now in this one. Completely blown out, yes, but at least they got some pride points on the board now. As you see, the Texans just running down the clock here as the game finishes now. The Texans win 42-14, completely dominant over the Seattle Seahawks today. Blew them apart. Awful performance once again by Russell Wilson. Will Pete Carroll be thinking about taking out his star quarterback and putting another player in like Brady Quinn? We'll have to find out in the next few weeks. Next week, the Seahawks play the Colts. As you see, Arian Foster's elite stats there. 18 carries for 179 yards and 2 touchdowns. Fantastic performance by Arian Foster. Great performance by the Houston Texans. We look at the play of the game as that huge rush by Arian Foster, the GMC never say never moment of the game. That 60-yard touchdown rush there by Arian Foster, and the Texans pick up the victory here at Reliance Stadium. Peace out, YouTube. We're heading into overtime.